Hi, good evening, Ms. Atkinson. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting.
Of course, yeah. I'm just worried about what's going on with Ed.
Well, I just want to tell you that Ed is a phenomenal student. He's one of the top in the class. He's always trying to help out. But I have noticed that his grades are slipping a little bit. I do have some papers here. In the start of the year, he was making A's and B's, and now he's kind of going down to low B's and C's. And I've noticed he's been dozing off in class.
Right. Well, he's on the football team. So, and of course, their season is really ramping up right now. So he's spending a lot of time in practice and everything. So that might explain why he's a little bit tired.
I'm kind of worried that all the football practices are interfering with his grades, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. I don't want to push him away from football because I know how much he does enjoy it. But I was thinking
Absolutely.
maybe.
And to be honest, we're thinking that, I'll be very, just blunt with you as Ed's teacher. I'm thinking that this is his best chance of getting into a scholarship program for a college. So, the football is pretty important to us and to him.
And I would not want to take him away from that opportunity because that is a really great opportunity for him. But at the same time, I am worried about his grades. I don't want him falling behind the other students and then losing out on that opportunity to get that scholarship. What I wanted to talk to you about is maybe we could set up some time in the morning where we could have some morning tutorings, or even in the afternoon if he doesn't have practice, so that he can catch up on some of the work. And we can even talk to his coach, hold another meeting, have his coach come in here, and the three of us can talk about when would be a good time to have the extra little meeting.
Well, I worry about taking away his focus from sports. I know, of course, that the academics are important, but if we're just talking about Ed succeeding in life, I guess, getting the scholarship through sports and potentially going under a career like that, I was hoping that the school would be a partner with me in making sure that he was able to really succeed in the sports level. So I'm worried about taking more time away from sports to concentrate on, just getting his grades up a little.
And I understand that. I understand that sports is a very big part of Ed's life right now. And it is something that, as you said, if he does become a professional, it could help him succeed. But at the same time, we want to keep his academics up so that he doesn't start falling behind with his friends, and his sports friends can move on without him, and then maybe he wouldn't want to follow that anymore. So I want to kind of keep him up in both sports and academics.
Well, do you think he's falling behind that far? He's only really getting C's and stuff now. That's still passing, and that's still enough to keep him eligible for sports playing.
But I'm worried, right now he is just at the C level. But I am worried that the more time goes on, the more sleep that he's losing from practice, the more sleep that he's getting in class, that his grades are going to drop further. That's why I called this meeting early on, so we could at least address it now before it does get too bad.
Don't you think, couldn't we maybe find a little time for Ed to rest during the day? Maybe if his homeroom was a little more relaxing or something, then he wouldn't need to take time away from the sports, and he would get his rest, and everybody would be happy.
That is definitely a suggestion that I'm willing to try and implement in the classroom for him to help him out. We could even set up a time during the afternoon where he could just sit in the back with his head down for a few minutes to recollect himself.
Okay. And how much extra time do you think is going to be necessary to pull up his grades?
I think as of right now, since his grades have lowered a little bit, we should maybe look at 1 to 2 days a week, not too much. Maybe that would just, the little bit of help would be able to help boost his grades back up to where they were. And then I could have the resting time in class throughout the week so that he's not so overworked with all the work during the day.
Okay. Okay, well, that's certainly something I'm willing to consider then, as long as we can check in, if he starts, if his sports schedule starts being challenged by this and stuff. I hope that we can talk again about it, because that's still, I think, a first priority for him and myself.
Of course, you're welcome to email me at any time. I would actually also like to maybe even get the coach in here so the three of us can talk about when the games are coming up, when the schedule's going to be a little more hectic. So in case we do need to increase his tutoring days or move them around, I'll be able to keep up with the sports side of it.
Okay. I think that's pretty fair of you, so I appreciate you offering that up. I guess just a little bit of extra time there, and especially if Ed can get some time to rest during school too, so that he's at his peak for practice and everything, then hopefully we can get his grades back up.
Of course, and that's something that I will definitely try and start implementing in my class as soon as possible for him, so that maybe it could help him.
Okay.
And I do have some notes and that I will copy for you, and then we can set up a meeting for the three of us so we can talk more about the upcoming schedule with his games and whatnot.
Okay, I appreciate that.
It was very nice talking to you. You have a good evening.
Thanks, you too.